Welcome to Late Night 5, the late night review show where we break down and analyze late night stand-up comedy sets. As always, my name is Matt Banwart, and this is my co-host,
Ken Hamlett. What up?
Ken also runs a podcast called The Drunken Night Out. It's also a touring live show. I'll link that below. Yeah, I do my plugs up top. I'm different, okay? Today, we're going to be reviewing Elayne Boosler. That's a fun name.
The way that you say it makes it way more fun than it probably
We're
should
doing
be.
Elayne Boosler on the David Letterman show. Boosler. I like the way her name sounds.
But if you say it like that, yeah. But I think
booze. It has booze in her name, Ken.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I like that part. I think that's
like,
the only part that I care
booze.
about. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we're breaking down. I think this is her first appearance on Letterman. I looked up her credits. Elayne Boosler is. I've known her name. My mom is a fan of Elayne Boosler. I learned that. I don't know who she is. I don't think she's a household name, but I think she's one of those comedians where she has a very full breadth of career, numerous HBO specials, numerous specials, all very good. I looked up some of them yesterday. I was really impressed with her work, but I don't think she's a household name necessarily.
That's wild.
And I think it's kind of a shame. I think she kind of killed it on this late night set, and we're going to kind of break it down and see what our thoughts are. You cool with that, Ken?
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's do it.
Thank you. I'm real happy to be here. I love this show. And David said I'll be in Atlantic City Friday. I like going there. I think it's so fascinating to watch people gamble. I noticed that women seem to like the slot machines a lot more than men do. I don't know why. I think it's something about being able to do this for an hour and a half without having to say I love you.
This is what I love about this era of Comedy Central, or like late night clips in general. Not Comedy Central, late night clips. Is that like they weren't promoting, like nowadays it's like I'm promoting my new web series or I'm promoting my Instagram. She is literally promoting her weekend run
At
Atlantic City. In Atlantic, she's opening up. I'm gonna be in Atlantic City this weekend. That is her opening line.
Because this was not gonna air again either. So it's like you get one shot to watch this.
Yeah,
and that's.
She's not like promoting a book. She's not like now when you see late night sets, it's like, you know, follow me on Instagram or look me up here, or follow me on YouTube, whatever. Yeah. She's literally like, I'm going to be in Atlantic City this Friday, and now here's my Atlantic City joke.
Yeah. Do the plugs up top, bro. Just like you said, man.
Elayne Boosler, she's my muse. She's my motivation. She does the plug up. She goes, Atlantic City, tell your friends and family I'm very funny. And then she does a jerking off joke.
Yeah, right on. Oh, man. That's the part that I love. They're like dirty, but not dirty at the same time.
She didn't say anything.
Yeah, it's just like, let me do this motion.
And technically, it's a slot machine motion.
Oh, very creative. Very creative dick joke.
I love when people get the dirty joke in and they figure the way around censorship.
Yeah.
And like, you know, just like TV guidelines, she did it and it's like her first joke in.
First joke in, dick joke, jerking off joke.
She plugs and she's like, come to Atlantic City, and also Moranchi comics, so all you prude fucks in New Jersey don't show up. She goes, no prudes at my show, Atlantic City.
None of that here. No.
Can you imagine if you did late night television and I've seen a few where they plug like Madison, Wisconsin, because there's a big club out in Madison, Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine if you're like Atlantic City and, you know, so-and-so is going to be in Madison, Wisconsin, and then that show doesn't sell out?
Ouch. You
do late night television, and then like she's not even plugging a tour, by the way.
No,
she's not
just
even
one weekend.
She's not even being like, go to my website, because it's 1985. They didn't even have websites.
Go to my newspaper clipping.
Yeah. She has nowhere to set. They don't have email lists.
Oh, man.
She goes, I have this one show. It's the one show on my calendar. She can't even plug a whole run of shows.
That's insane. I never even thought about that. But yeah, you can't. That's it. You're just sending people to the...
Well, people always, I think there's like, not to dive away too much from our set, we're going to get back to it real quick. I feel like a lot of comedians right now, they always complain like, it's so hard on the digital era. It's so hard. But it's like, a comedian can have like 20 to 50,000 followers, not be famous, but be able to sell, you know, 10 extra seats in any major city.
Yeah.
And that's like, to me, that like, but back in the 80s, either Elayne Boosler was so good, you remember who she is.
And you come back when you see her on the poster.
You see her on, but you remember her from one of the 100 other late night sets you saw.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, like either you're Atlantic City or you just have to remember her.
Yeah, that's it. Like there's no There's nothing. You're
yeah.
That was a terrible.
We can email. We have social media. We have websites. Like there's so much you can do to get in front of people now. Yeah. I feel like comedians complain about, oh, we don't. The old-fashioned way was so much. Dude, the old-fashioned way sucked.
I mean, I would say it was easier though because there was less comics, and so when you go to the club, you're like, this is the place that we go for comedy. Now it's like,
that's fair.
Hey, I was getting coffee last night and there was a comedy show. Like it's way different now.
Well, I think now, I think there's like this, like, I think now there's like the assumption where it's like, I have to know them. They have to be a celebrity or like, I suppose I think back in like, especially like in the 80s where I assume this was filmed, guessing by her hair.
The hair alone gives it away.
Yeah. She could be in a rock band or in disguise as a labradoodle.
That was actually her next role. She was just prepping for a movie.
Yeah, she's gonna be in the sequel to Cats. Dogs Never Got Picked Up. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I think there's like there's give and takes generationally when it comes to comedy promoting it. Yeah. Anyway, back to the set.
Well, you know, it's hard doing comedy. When you start out, you have to do a lot of different jobs. And I was a waitress for a while. I didn't like it at all. I never liked when women would order through the man. You know, he ordered. She wouldn't talk to you. She wouldn't even look at you. I used to put both plates down in front of the man. The lady will have soup. The lady will have biscuits. Are those ladies' biscuits? Yes. Up, lady. Up, up.
Dog humor, we knew it was coming.
It makes it seem like there can only be one lady. The lady will have coffee. Okay, the slut'll go get it. When you work around food, you get very sensitive to it. And it's a problem for me because I live alone. And with those expiration dates, I have not beat a quart of milk to the deadline yet. It's awful. I don't know. I like living alone because you never have to clean up. Well, it's true. I find things in the refrigerator. I have to figure out what they used to be. Last week, I was throwing out this lime, and I said, I don't even buy limes. And I realized that used to be a head of lettuce.
That's so gross.
Can't relate. Can't relate. Sorry, I bat 100 when it comes to the fridge. Yeah. I bat 100. But my roommates.
Roommate's a guy that leaves the old food in there for
I'm not trying to put them on blast.
Far too long.
I've seen some mold in the fridge, and it ain't mine. It ain't my mold.
You just leave it there? That's so gross.
Yeah, I'm petty as hell, Ken. I'm petty.
Like, that's not mine.
If there's mold on your bell pepper, that's your problem now.
Gross.
I'm disgusted. I'm also a part of the problem. Yeah. Hey, relatable comedy. We love the relatable joke up top. And then also she does the voice with the act outs, the up, and the lady.
Yeah, that was funny to me.
I love the range that she's showing.
Yeah, that's like the cool part because she goes immediately from like doing a jerk off joke to then doing voices, to then doing some more clean, relatable stuff that everybody can get into.
Is the word, you can't say ass, but you can say slut?
Yeah, I feel like slut was, the crowd got uptight about that. Like, they all paused. Like, oh, you can't say that.
Did you say that on the Letterman show?
Yeah, everybody looked around like, I don't think they're allowed to say that.
That's so funny. I can't believe they got away with that. I love that.
Yeah, that's insane to me.
That's a great. I think she's killing up top. Very dirty, very raunchy, but she knows what she is and she's sticking to it.
Yeah. The lady empowerment era.
It's fun. Now you clean the kitchen floor when you live alone. Just walk in there barefoot, whatever sticks to your feet, you take off, you throw away. Make up your own rules when you live by yourself. You could throw half a cake in the garbage so you won't eat any more cake when you wake up in the morning. You could wake up and have breakfast right out of the garbage. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't take this out to the big can last night.
Disgusting.
Sometimes you get a little bonus. Oh, M&Ms, and they stayed in the bag.
She's pandering to Atlantic City.
You think I'm disgusting? Hey, look, I clean up sometimes. You know, if company's coming, oh, I'll wipe the lipstick off the milk container. You ever do this when you're vacuuming? You ever go over a match 50 times? Then you pick it up and look at it, but you don't throw it away. You put it back, give the vacuum another chance.
That's a great joke. Super relatable also.
She's so good.
Yeah.
I like how she's wearing a half of a wedding dress. She's wearing all white. It's like she cut off the sleeves in the gown. All right, not all jokes hit here. Sorry, we can't all be Elayne Boosler and murder, okay?
Ouch.
It is what it is. I thought that was a good joke. Deserved more rough crowd. I love the match joke. I do that when I vacuum too. What can I say? I believe in second chances.
Yeah, everybody deserves a chance.
You know what? I believe in redemption.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes things don't go well, like my last joke, and you got to give them a second shot.
Oh man, yeah, that I like how she's like, she looks like she's just so well put together and such a lady, but then it's just doing like
she's so vulgar.
She's just like a dude bro.
Yeah, she is telling like Chicago open micer jokes of like, my apartment's so disgusting, I sleep on the floor.
Yeah, it's
I
like,
don't know why I
that's
used that
not,
voice.
yeah, I don't know why they sound like that in Chicago.
And walking, yeah, that's New York. I don't know.
Yeah, that's like it's just weird seeing that, because it's like, that's not true. You have a very expensive purse and have satin sheets. Like, this is not you.
So she doesn't look. I mean, maybe she's bought nice clothes for the show. You know.
I guess that's fair. Yeah. What am I talking about? I don't know her like that.
Yeah, she threw rent money down on the fucking perm.
That's true. Maybe she is a dirty slut. That's her word.
Her words. Her words. Okay, thank you, Ken. Someone's gonna clip that. It's over.
Oh yeah, it's done.
It's so over.
Done for you.
All right.
I think I don't clean up, but I mean, I do clean up a little. I'll do laundry, and laundry's wonderful when you live alone. It's real easy. 15 minutes before a date, I wash out a pair of underwear, put them on, and dry them with a hair blower. But I don't like cleanup because my mother cleaned up so much. And she was so proud of it. She would say things like, look, you could eat off my floor. You could eat off my floor, too. There's thousands of things down there. I'm not too good in the kitchen. I take vitamins. When they drop, they always roll into the refrigerator. Everything you drop rolls under the refrigerator. You could be in another room. It'll find its way under there. You don't clean under there. Jimmy Hoffa's probably under refrigerator someplace. I have 5 years of vitamins under my refrigerator. Ooh, I'll probably come home one night, find a 6-foot roach in Adidas saying, I feel good. I'm actually very happy that I can afford my own apartment. If you read the newspapers, you know that there's a lot of people sleeping in the streets these days. Economy's not too good. And New York, like every city, has its very good newspapers and its very sleazy newspapers. I was walking past Washington Square Park last night, and there was a shopping bag lady sleeping on a bench, really shivering. I felt awful. I picked up a nearby newspaper. I started to cover her with it, and she started to mumble. And I couldn't hear, so I kept wrapping the newspaper around her tighter, and she went like this. And so I leaned down to hear what she was whispering, and she said, not the Post.
Oh, that's
The Post is a weird newspaper. Front page today of the New York Times said, Congress debates Reagan budget. Front page of the Post said, bizarre ceremony, Brooklyn woman weds cheese Danish. No shame.
That's crazy how news really hasn't changed.
Yeah, it just sounds like Fox News. All right.
They're like, the budget's going on, and can you believe this person's marrying an inanimate object? Except now it's like VR.
Yeah. Like, can you believe these people are marrying kids on the internet, but they're actually adults?
Well, okay, I don't know what newspapers you're reading, Ken.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're trading bombs.
Hey, just call us Russia and the Ukraine over here.
Right, you're swapping bombs. No, that was fun. I think that's a great joke. The Post, it is weird because it's like a newspaper joke, but literally it feels like you could literally take that joke and be like the internet or CNN or like Fox News, and it's literally the same joke today.
Yeah, it's like perfect. It's like timeless. Besides like the newspaper part, because like eventually people are newspaper. It was on paper.
That is, well, it is crazy though that people like that like the sentiment of what she's saying about the news is so just like timeless.
Yeah.
All right, you can keep going. I just want to.
Reagan's budget is not working. You know that if you're old, or I mean, it's just too much. Well, it was interesting that Stockman told us last year the budget had no chance of working to begin with. I think the next time President Reagan is given a math problem, he should be forced to show all work on a separate piece of paper. Aren't you glad the Reagans aren't Jewish? Do you know what it would have cost to buy Nancy 2 sets of those dishes?
Classic Reagan humor.
Now all the conservatives in Congress are trying to pass the Human Life Amendment. You know what that amendment says? It says an unborn fetus becomes a human being as soon as the mother lights up a cigarette. Why don't they just make birth control easier? That would be wonderful. There's no easy way, especially for women. They're having a lot of trouble with IUDs now, starting to pick up CB radio signals. Middle of crowded supermarket. Strangers here. Come in, good buddy.
That's a great one.
I love that because that's just like a COVID vaccine joke now. Like, that's like, oh, you're going to get the microchip in your arms. So she just literally did.
Yeah, that's joke. So funny. That is so fun. Well, I mean, she's doing it first, I would assume. I love that. I love that joke. And I love the whole, like you said, like back then it was like, it's a one-time thing. So let's tell topical Reagan jokes.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't even know what she's talking about.
Can you imagine, like, I can't wait until like 20, 30 years go by, and like there's a whole generation of people that are like, oh, what were you laughing to in the 2020s and the late 2010s, and it's all gonna be just bad Trump impressions.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a whole generation of like, what was your generation of comedy? And it's all just dudes being like, Bigley, hands, I'm orange, Kafefe. Like, it's just gonna be that.
Yeah.
It's such a sad generation of comedy.
Well, feels good to be a part of it.
Oh, I'm not above it. I just did it. That was my Trump. I've been working with that Trump impression for years. I'm so glad I finally have the platform.
You waited for your moment to just get to bust that out.
All right, let's see how this happens.
It's amazing, but people are breastfeeding everywhere now. I don't mind it, except if I'm in a restaurant with my boyfriend and he sees somebody breastfeeding at the next table, he can never find anything that looks good on the menu after that. He always says, I'll just have what he's having.
Elayne Boosler, have a seat.
No, let's have what he's having. That's a great joke.
Kind of street joke is.
Is it? Have you heard it before?
Oh yeah, that's like a meme and everything else. Like, you see a kid sucking on a boob and you're like, I'll just have what she's having.
Really? That's always so that's a great, I think, thing to talk about. We're talking about generational differences in comedy. I feel like this whole episode, I think that's one thing of like, especially in the late night era. So verbal history of comedy has it that before kind of late night TV started, comedians would kind of swap off jokes interchangeably.
Yeah.
Well, now it's like there's almost a fear of like, what if I tell a joke, it goes viral on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, whatever the hell you're on, and then that joke goes viral, and now like someone makes it a meme.
Yeah.
And so the question is that a street joke? That's the 80s version of a meme?
Yeah.
Or is she the OG? Is she the original?
Did she create that street joke?
Did she create what we consider now a street joke?
Yeah, that would be fire as hell, but also suck. Because then everybody's like, that's not your joke. And you're like, I've been doing that since 1983.
They go, Elayne's a hack, and Elayne's like, I'm the greatest original mind in comedy.
I made one of the best street jokes ever. Like, oh, man. Also, like, that's got to be a gross feeling, too, because street jokes, when you think of, like, the connotation of street jokes is, like, they're, like, lame jokes. Like, they're...
Yeah. Well, it's just because, like, your dad told you them because he stole them off of a comedian's late night set. Like, it's so crazy how, like, it feels like no matter where I am, like, I'm originally from rural Iowa, hence the shirt, Go Cyclones. Go Cyclones. But it feels like everyone's dad in every small town or every drunk at a bar, some joke where he's like, so there's 3 people on a plane, a priest, a Boy Scout, and it's like, it's all some iteration of the same
joke over and over again.
Joke. But yeah, I mean, that's like one of those jokes where it's like, is she the first or is she one of many?
Yeah. That's I don't know. That would suck to lose your joke.
Lose your joke to the internet.
To the internet, yeah.
Yeah, that is like a fear. I know a lot of comedians, it is like a modern day dilemma. I mean, dare we wrap around back to this? Yeah. A lot of comedians are afraid of posting on social media.
Yeah, I don't post jokes online. Like, I try not to. I'll have like short clips, mostly like crowd work stuff, but I won't post jokes.
So crowd work, we are right now in the generation of, that's like the thing is like, comedians don't want to post clips and figure out what if it does go viral and then becomes a street joke, or someone takes it and reposts it on a meme page and that goes more viral than mine. Yeah. Or, like what if another comedian takes it? But also, I think we're seeing a lot of people doing what you're talking about, where it's like almost every clip I see is like comedian does basic interaction with heckler.
Yeah, comedian destroys lady in the front row.
And then it's just like she's like, I'll take a seltzer because she's ordering, and he's like, what are you, so rude or something? You're so rude. You and your seltzer, you dick. How dare you order food from the waiter during the show? And it's just like,
you don't have to talk about my last video like that.
Ken, we've seen it all. We've seen all your clips. But it's just that, and then they post it online, and it's like, comedian destroys libtard woman.
10 million views. Yeah.
And you're like, man, I don't know why I write.
Yeah, like, why am I trying at this thing?
I say you should post your material. I say, or if you have enough crowd, or if you're Ken Hamlett, and you're built different, whatever. But
built different, yeah.
You said that you were like going through therapy. You're like built different, yeah.
That was a tough week of therapy, man.
Okay. Well, anyway, I think that's it for this week's episode of Late Night at 5. Once again, this is Ken Hamlett, and I'm Matt Banwart. As always, we're comedians, and we kind of review, judge comedians, so I'll post 2 of our clips below in the comment section if you want to judge us, as that is only fair. Thank you guys so much. Hey, we broke 200 subscribers. Last time I was here, we broke 200 subscribers. So if you look at my subscriber count, there's more than 200. Thank you so much for breaking 200, guys. We only have 800 more before I can finally make some money off this. And maybe Ken can feed his child.
Probably not. All
right. Well, thank you guys so much. This has been Late Night 5. I feel good. It's a sexy ending.